Hello and welcome to the Insecure Chef. I'm here with Regina again as always. For those who are here for the first time this year, Happy New Year. And we'd like to thank everyone who has supported us. We have reached our 1,000 subscriber goal. We are now past that. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. A shout out to our friend Laura for spreading our channel around. We appreciate it. And today we're just going to do a quick dessert. As you know, it's just the two of us here. So very often when I make cookies or cupcakes or other things, there's just too much of it, and either we eat it all, which we shouldn't, or it winds up getting thrown away. So today I'm just going to do a mini spice cake, which will really be for two people. It'll wind up with really 4 pieces. As you can see down here, it's basically a nice small baking dish. So that's what we'll be making today, a mini spice cake. So we're going to start that out today. And of course, as always, the ingredients on the channel. I'm just going to butter lightly the bottom of this pan here. All right, let's get that around there, a little bit on the sides. And that way, hopefully, it won't give us any sticking problems. For those who are really paranoid about it, you can always then throw some flour in here if you like, but hopefully that will be sufficient. Okay. With that said, I'm now going to move over to this side here, and I'm going to start with the first set of ingredients. I've got some softened butter in here, and as always, the ingredients on the channel. I have softened butter in here. I'm going to be mixing that with brown sugar. Okay, and then I'm going to mix that up here with a hand mixer. All right, let's get started on that. We're getting there. What do you think, babe?
Looks good.
Does it? You just saying that?
No.
All right.
I think it's mixed.
All right. Gina says it's mixed. So I see a little couple quick little clumps of butter in there. I just want to get rid of that.
Well, they'll melt too, right?
Yeah, well, if that were the case, we wouldn't have it softened. Now, this should be fine. All right. Let's just get that out of the way for a minute. All right. Now, also, just a quick comment. I've had some comments about the fact that it's kind of unprofessional for me to be referring to my recipe. My only response to that is, number one, I'm not professional. And number two, when you're 73 years old, your best bet is to read it, because if I'm giving directions to you folks and I'm going to go by my memory, probably not a good idea. So that's the reason you're seeing me referring to the recipe. My apologies for those I offend. All right, with that said, I'm now going to add in the egg and a little vegetable oil and vanilla extract. So here I have 1 large egg. That's going in. Okay. I'm going to be putting in a tablespoon of oil. You can use whatever oil you like except for olive oil. And you're going to say, why not olive oil? And I'm going to say, I don't know, because someone told me that. All right, okay, that's 1 tablespoon of oil gone in there. All righty. And I'm going to add the vanilla extract, which is over here, and that's going to be a 1/4 teaspoon. All right, vanilla extract going in there. All right, and then we're going to mix that back up again. Hopefully I don't splash it on anybody. All right, it looks pretty good. think that's mixed fairly well. Alrighty. With that, now I'm going to move over to a separate bowl. Got a separate bowl here. We're going to put in our powders, our spices, our flour, etc. So let me get my recipe out of the way here. Okay, so we'll get started now by putting in the flour, the cinnamon, the ginger, the cloves, the nutmeg, the baking powder, and the salt. So, you think I can possibly remember that again?
Let's try.
All right, let's try with the flour first. We'll get that in there. Flour's in there. Now we're going to head in with the cinnamon, the ginger, and the cloves. And that's 1/4 teaspoon of the cinnamon. You notice these quantities sound unusually low because, again, being such a small little cake here, if you want to call it that. All right, and that'll be followed by a 1/4 teaspoon of the ginger, ground ginger. You know what? Let me just get a little piece of paper here so I can just dust these off, so we don't do too much contamination going on. All right, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger going in. Now an eighth of a teaspoon of the cloves. Eighth of a teaspoon's in there. An eighth of a teaspoon of the nutmeg is going to go in next. There we go. Followed by an eighth of a teaspoon of the baking powder. Eighth of a teaspoon baking powder. And now an eighth of a teaspoon of salt. Let me clean that off, babe. Right. Eighth of a teaspoon of salt. And that's taken care of. All right. I believe I have everybody in there. And now we're going to whisk this up nicely. Alrighty. And now we're going to be adding this dried to our butter, brown sugar mixture here. And then we'll mix that up nicely. So let's get that in there. Okay. And we'll give that a nice mix. Yeah, make sure you go around the sides so you get everything up. Alrighty. And now we're going to stir in the milk. Looking pretty good, huh, babe?
Looks very good.
All right, I think we've got a good mix here. I don't see anything sticking to the sides or anything. What do you think?
It looks good, yeah. Looks like it's well mixed.
Alrighty. I'll let that finish off there. Let me just do a little housekeeping here. Clean that up. And now with that, we're going to pour that batter into the lightly greased baking dish.
Do you want to get a scraper?
Yeah, good thinking. What would I do without you? Alrighty. Let's see if we get that all in there. Yeah, looks good. I don't see any powder. I think I got everything nicely
Good.
mixed. Alright. Just trying to clean out the sides here. There's a lot left in there. And the oven has already been preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Just a bit more, babe.
Okay.
Because it's a nice thick batter.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's the wind.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know if you folks can hear that.
Wow.
But we just had like
A wind gust.
giant wind gust out there. All right, I'm going to flatten this in here now. Try to get it as even as I can. Get it into the corners there. You know, I like to try to get it even so you don't have a lopsided cake.
We don't want that.
And then, you know,
Okay.
someone gets cheated. All right, what do you think, babe?
Looks good.
You think it's even? You want any kind of pattern in it? You want a little swirly in it?
Oh, I'm not fussy as long as it tastes good.
All right. I think we're pretty good there.
Okay.
All right. So the oven has been preheated to 400 degrees. I'm just going to put it in there. Just 1 second. Yeah, and this is going to take about 40 to 45 minutes. Really, of course, as always, your ovens will vary, so you'll do whatever testing you like for a criteria to make sure it's done. You can use the old toothpick test, but whatever. I've learned that at least 190 degrees or higher before you really have any chance of it being completely baked. So you might want to use that as a guideline and then work from there. So I'm going to put it in now. Middle rack. And I'm going to set the timer for 45 minutes, but we'll be keeping an eye on it. Whoops, too far. I'm not good with this thing, huh?
It's fast.
It's nasty fast. Well, it refuses to listen to me. All right, 45 minutes. All right, so we'll be back in about 45 minutes. We'll take a look at it and we'll see if we can get a taste test. Okay, about 40 minutes has gone by, maybe a little less. It looks like it's cooked to me, so I'm going to be taking it out. Okay. I put my thermometer in there, as you can see the little holes in there. I got a temperature of 203, so that exceeds, you know, my 190 minimum number. And I didn't
It's
see
golden brown.
golden
yeah.
brown, and I didn't see anything come out when I took the old toothpick test. So at the moment, it looks like it's cooked. We're gonna let it cool down, and when we come back, we'll give it a taste. Okay, as you can see, the mini spice cake is done. We took it out. It only took my oven about 38 to 40 minutes. So keep your eye on that. When I checked it, the temperature was already over that 200 mark. I usually like to say anything over 190. You know, you're getting in that ballpark. And toothpicks came out dry, so I just cut it up here into 9 even pieces. We're going to take a piece out and see how it is. Yeah.
Came right out. Nice.
There we go. Looks cooked. Looks cooked very well. You
Yep.
say? All right, let's give it a taste and see what it's like. Here we go. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Oh, I probably will.
Yeah, this is very good. Nice flavor. Oh yeah. You want a bite? Are you busy choking?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, my wife is having a small attack here. Our professionalism is clearly nowhere.
Yeah.
So, anyway, again, thank you so much for staying with us now. We're well over 1,000. We appreciate all the support. Have a good new year. Hopefully everything goes better this year than the years past. God bless. Thank you for everything. Take care.